Hello. Hold on. Is the mic work? Yep, mic's working. All right. Welcome. 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 Welcome to the to the PC building stream. That's a mouse. Hello there. Let's get some of this out of the way real quick because I don't need any of that, right? Yeah, shouldn't need that. Go ahead and put this over here out of the way. That back there. Have a clean working space. Shoot, I need my mouse already. I forgot. Just so this doesn't get too filled with dead air. Oh.
Woo! Made it just in time.
Okay, there you are. I was gonna say Shelby should be here any second.
So Discord decided that it needed to have a bunch of updates.
Very cool.
And then got stuck in an eternal loop of trying to update. And I was like, Tim's mentioned this before. I'm just going to go ahead and close Discord, reopen it, and see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's how you fix Discord. You just close it and reopen it. It's the same. It's the same way I fixed your capture card. Deactivate and reactivate.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
So there's a lot of shit going on in chat already. Chase is here, and so is Quentin. So Chase, that's right. There's a party. He's saying that everyone says hi. I totally forgot there was a party tonight.
I was gonna ask when you say everyone says hi, what does that mean? Who's it? Everyone. Hi everyone. Happy to see you. Resize some stuff here.
Should be stated that I tried to come to the party, quote unquote. I made it to part of Florida.
Right. Yeah. You're at least in the state.
Does that count as attending the party?
Who knows? Who can say? Alright, oh. Turn.
I mean, I can say, I'm gonna say yes.
Alright, hold on. Let's turn this up a little bit so that when I talk, you can hear me a little bit more. There we go.
I assure you I can hear you quite clearly, sir.
Very nice. Okay. You're drinking, you're part of the party. All right.
Oh, speaking of Quentin, I should go ahead and open up. I did get some Smirnoffs just in case this became a hurricane party. I had to be prepared, you know.
Let me know if the music is too loud or if you would like it louder. I can do that as well. Okay. So, we're building a PC. I got my watch.
Also, sir, let's back it on up.
What's that?
I believe you're using my headphones.
I'm using a lot of your kit.
I believe you're using my computer. I believe you're using my keyboard. Excuse me, who said you were allowed to use all my shit to build your PC?
It's yours was already configured with a capture card, and it takes up less space than mine does. So, hold on. Can I make my fingers point at each other? This is difficult.
No, the left one's not gonna work.
Hold on.
The left one's completely off the screen.
I know, but I got these two.
Those two. Clayton's fingering himself.
No, doesn't work. Hey, gotcha. Got him 3 times. Bang.
Does that count as one instance or
I don't know.
Separate instances? We need to get a ruling on this, Logan.
Okay. So, let's run down the list. So last night I went through and pulled everything apart, so that as kind of like a, hold on, I need to turn this down.
We have a ruling, and the answer is 3.
Oh, okay. I gotta turn this down in my ears. This is, okay. How about that? You still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, good. Alright, lock that in. Music was a little high in my ears. Turn it up a little bit for the folks.
I'll have to see he's drinking my water, guys.
I think I am. I'm using a CB coaster though.
Yeah, if you want to see that, you should go to our website. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I
What?
don't have as much stuff to be able to beat
Oh
Quentin.
yeah,
No,
you don't stand a chance. He is going to smoke you.
I forgot the explanation point.
What's up, Raptor? How's it going, buddy?
Oh,
Okay, so
how come it didn't work? It didn't work.
As part of like a cleanup to make sure I had everything kind of as it was, I put everything back in the boxes also because I just love doing that. I keep all of my retail boxes for my stuff. So it's gonna be a raptor. What?
Oh. Quentin said that he is God now, Shelby. Also, none of my messages went through. I swear I did send them on my phone, but currently I'm operating on 1 bar of 3G on my cell phone.
I don't see your messages coming in. So this is a 2nd gen Ryzen 2700. It's what I had already in the machine. So that'll be the heart of it.
So let's back it up a little bit. So the context of this stream is that you built a PC a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool case that you have. Like, it's got a handle on the top of it and everything. But it's still too big for us to put in a backpack and walk it through TSA whenever we're flying places and we need to be recording and streaming for Carpet Boredom content.
Yeah.
So you found a smaller case in which we're going to try to shove all of that shit into that will then fit in a backpack.
What is this?
And if this works, I will be thoroughly impressed, guys. And happy, because that means more content for you.
Is that this camera? Hold on. I need to... no, it doesn't have a filter on it. Okay, whatever. It looks like this box is like almost keying out a little bit, and I didn't know if what was going on with that. Anyways, won't bother with that.
Raptor says PC Building Simulator is
nothing compared to... I love PC Building Simulator. That is a fantastic game. You still there? You clipped out for a second. Oh yeah, I put it right in front of the freaking camera. Okay. I don't think Shelby's here anymore. Hold on. Let's go back. Discord? Oh, she's still in the channel. Who knows? Maybe she'll come back at some point. Alright. 3G, yeah, she's having a tough time. Okay, so let's look at the motorboard. ASRock B4 fit these cameras. It's gonna take me a while to get used to. She just sent me a message. What did she say? Oh, I think her battery ran out. Okay, so ASRock B450 ITX. It's a good board. The only thing I don't like about it, here I'll show you. I like everything about this board except for one very significant thing. Here's the memory I'm gonna use. G-Skill Ripjaws 3200? 3200, yeah. 32 gigs of it. All my fastening hardware, and don't think I need those. No, I'll keep those. Where's the IO shield? IO shield, where you at? I think that won me over. The gigabyte is USB-C. Yes. Gigabyte has 3 video outs for some reason. Yeah, that's a thing that I'm seeing more and more of, as like the, what is it, the 3400 or 3600G or something like that. I can't remember what the G, which ones have G variants in the 3rd gen. But the thing I don't like, 24 and 34. Okay. It only has, so I don't use any mechanical drives, and I'm trying to get away from 2.5-inch drives even. So my other machine over there, has 2 NVMe drives. I think they only did a 34, not a 32. Okay, that's what was confusing me. I knew there was something weird about the 3rd gen and the G line. There is only one NVMe spot on this board, and I don't understand why. It's on the back, so it's right there. No, sorry, right there. Ran game's good as heck. So my Intel board has 2 of them, and I can't remember if the X450, no, X470 has two NVMe drives, but I would really like having two NVMe drives, just cause I want one for OS, like a small one for OS, and then a large one for storage. But that's not a choice, so I just use the NVMe on the back. All right, back in a box. So we'll go ahead and mount memory and the NVMe and the cooler in a second. The AM4 boards have weird M.2 slots for some reason, even though there's very little difference between Intel and AMD style boards in terms of layout. This is 3. It is only available on X570. Oh, 4 is only, okay. Alright, so, like I said, one NVMe, and the value leader on the, in the market right now is the Intel 660p 2 terabyte. I realize that it is QLC, but this thing is, that's such a miracle of a drive that you can get that thing for, what is, oh, that's what that is. Yeah, the gas drive. I love, if you turn it upside down, it says gas. So yeah. Wonder when Shelby's gonna get back. Where my screwdriver is. She went out for milk and cigarettes. The thing about 4.0 is that no graphics cards use it, and yeah, it is so new. It's gonna be a while till they figure out how to actually, first off, how to harness it, and then how to make it modular. Because I can't even, like, I don't know how many lanes that takes up. Like, does it absorb any more lanes than PCI 3? Because Intel's chips are, like, not really made to have a million lanes on them the way that Threadrippers are.
I'm back.
Hey there.
I hope you got my 20 text messages that I sent you letting you know that I was no longer there.
I informed the, what happened to my music? Why is the music going?
I took your music apparently.
Why? What?
I don't know. I have music now.
Why did it do that? Oh, because it muted. Okay. That's weird that it just passes the, can you see the screen?
I can.
Okay. Everything fine?
Yeah. That I can't get rid of your music though.
You'll have to go on your end and lower your mixer like you did before. Do you remember how to do that?
I'm in my parsec and I'm shutting parsec off and it's still giving me parsec sound.
No. Like on the audio mixer?
Yeah.
So like when you go to open volume mixer and scroll over to parsec and you turn it all the way down, you can still hear it?
Oh, there's a different one.
Okay.
There's 2 parsecs.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, probably because the process is running twice. Okay.
What'd I miss?
Just talking to Raptor and Quentin. We're talking 3rd gen and 4th gen. I mean, 3rd gen and 4th gen PCI and 2nd gen and 3rd gen Ryzen. Come on, get
That's your board?
What's that?
That's your board?
Well, the PCI is the
I'm talking about what's on the screen right now.
Oh yeah, that's my board. I am slotting in the memory.
Raptor has a question for you. He says, which terminal compound you'll use?
I assume the audio correct got him. He meant thermal compound. I use Arctic 7. Wait, is it 7 or 5?
Yeah, confirmed. Thermal.
I always... Where's my tube of it?
This is the moment when Clayton realizes that he's run out of thermal compound.
No, this is the moment where I put it some... Oh, there it is. I left it on the table.
Hey, merch guys, Steve's here. Steve,
What's
are
up,
you at that
Steve?
party? How drunk are you?
So, I use Arctic 5. It is 5. I always think it's 7 for some reason. I don't know why. Is there such a thing as Arctic 7?
If there is, what does the 5 and the 7 mean?
I think this is just like the 5th iteration of this compound that they have developed.
That's ridiculous that they felt the need to number those compounds.
Oh, it's... I mean... I think... There's an Arctic 3. Was the last one I remember.
I mean, if Raptor's asking about it, I guess I didn't realize how important thermal compound was. Like when we bought that, when we did our very first PC build, it was just like, oh yeah, you mentioned something about some thermal thing, thermal paste, and you're like, thermal compound, and I'm like, okay, whatever. You said you needed that, it's in the list.
Yeah.
And you just went and picked this up. Like, I just thought, oh, we're gonna go down the aisle and he's just gonna grab it, and that's that. It's all done.
Mhm.
Like that there was no actual thought behind it.
No, it's they White Claw, basic boy.
It's White Claw. Steve, what's White Claw?
I think it is a... What is White Claw? Is it whiskey? I don't remember.
What? I'm interested.
I think it's whiskey. I actually haven't looked into it much.
Also, guys, so you know I'm about this Outlander, right?
Oh God.
The guy
Oh,
that
it's
plays the main
spiked sparkling water. I
character.
didn't know that. I
I'm
thought it was a hard liquor.
Very interested. Anyways, the guy that plays the main character in Outlander, he bought a distillery and now he has a whiskey. And so I can tell you right now, Clayton, there will be a large charge once they are starting to ship these things internationally. I will be buying whatever size I can in this.
Okay. I guess.
Got some information dropping about that thermal paste for you. Raptor says it is the thing that gets the heat away from the CPU to the big ass heat. I think big. So I guess yeah, that's pretty fucking important. It's a pretty fucking big deal, not to just like half-ass it.
Yeah. So if you think about two pieces of metal pressed together, it is not perfectly smooth, so that all the little microscopic gaps in the machining, and I can't get this open, and I don't want to tear it. Come on.
Clinton also said in chat, and I can't scroll up, but I think he said that there was no 7th that he could find.
Okay. Come on, don't tear. There we go.
Merch guy Steve was asking about your Ryzen that you have. He's got a 1700.
Very cool. That's a healthy kit. That's a healthy chip. Yeah. So this is a 2700X. So.
I think was that one you got on open box from Micro Center?
I don't think the chip was... No. The chip was not open box. The chip was part of a bundle from Micro Center to where you can get the board and the chip with $30 off because they come as a combo.
Gotcha. Raptor says to Steve, you could upgrade to a 3rd gen.
Yep.
And Steve is liking that Wraith cooler. He says it's dope.
It is a really cool cooler. However...
Sorry.
I like air coolers. I respect them, but I'm a wet boy.
You're a liquid guy.
Yeah. It's wet boy summer. We're doing liquid cooling.
Oh God, can you stop saying wet boy? I can't not be perverted.
Okay. So this is the Cooler Master ML120R that I've had for a while.
Raptor says, big ass wet boy.
That's right.
I love Raptor that you've only been watching us for a short time, but you know how to type boy. You
That's
know the
right.
correct spelling. That is the only way to spell that word. That is the best way. The only way. BOI boy.
Where's all my hardware? There's the hardware. So it's 240 milliliter.
Ask one more time. Maybe you'll know.
Pambo.
Oh, God.
All right. So gently place that there. I need these screws.
Hey, are you tethered so that you don't electrocute anything? Shock anything?
Nah.
We're living on the edge tonight, folks.
I don't need any of these addressable RGB extenders because I'm
Steve
not.
says that's a myth. Well,
What's
it
that?
could be a myth, but I can tell you this.
Oh.
Clayton can just walk in 5 minutes in fucking Texas and he will shock me.
So
he attracts static like nothing I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, and it got worse when I grew my hair out because I just retain more static in my hair. So it's not good. It's not good. I think I need.
Quentin says just like too much thermal paste. Oh, so you can't have too much thermal paste. Interesting.
So yeah, you want enough compound to transfer, but you don't want so much that you are insulating. You want just a thin film, ideally. I think I got all that stuff. Pea-sized dot. That's right. Grain of rice.
Well, Raptor also says, boy, B-O-I. It's actually how you spell it in Italian, too. You write the word the way you read it. We don't know anything about that, Raptor, because English, it's like, oh, here's a rule for you. It's always I before E except after C. Except in the case of these, like, 50 exceptions. Nothing in English, nothing in the English language fucking makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
And he also snorts things like cocaine addict. You would get along with Logan. Quentin says if it's a Threadripper, you just go ham.
Yeah, you just
and
paint.
Steve agrees.
You just paint it. So you'll notice I did not take the fans out of this Cooler Master box because I have a different idea. So, yesterday, went down to the Micro Center and picked up 4 of these Corsair ML120s.
So a Micro Center is just a electronic store. If you don't have that in Italy, Raptor, just FYI.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting he's in Italy.
And it is a there's not many of them. They don't ship. You have to actually go to a Micro Center, so they have some of the best deals that you can find out there. They're not international. That's what I figured, Quentin, and that's what I was like, let me go ahead and explain to Raptor what the fuck that is. All right, sorry, Clayton. So you went to Micro Center yesterday to pick up those fans?
Yeah, and Raptor said, would have loved to see liquid metal, but that requires cold blood. I'm not even nearly, like, confident in my abilities to do like cryonaut or any like delidding. I am so scared of delidding. I want to do it so bad. I have an 8700K over there that I want to delid and put is it cryonaut? Yeah, I think it's cryonaut on it, but I am so scared to do it because I know I'm going to just maul it, and I just it makes me nervous. One of these days. One day I will be like comfortable with delidding and liquid metal and custom bent PET tubing, but not on these. Yeah, on a cheap PC, a CPU.
Sort of liquid metal, cold blood. That's all. You've never talked to me about that before.
So there are three areas. I think 3 now that I can think of. 3 areas of heat. There is the cooler that you press the heat into to get away from the CPU. There is the metal top. I'll show Shelby. This is the what's it called? ICS? Yes. Internal. What does it stand for? IHS. That's right. Internal heat spreader. So this piece of metal is actually designed to contact the actual chips inside of this shell, and like get a little bit more of the heat to a larger surface area, because the chip may only be like that portion of it. The like cryonaut, you actually take this, well not this one, but the lid of the 8700K off and replace the compound inside this metal. And that's where all of like the hypersensitive stuff is, the stuff that humans are never supposed to touch outside the lab.
And what is that called? That's a different kind of cooling process, so that's not water cooling, that's what kind of cooling?
So that is just improving on the manufacturing process of the chip in the first place. I don't have my knife. I'll be right back.
I mean, we were in the middle of discussing something, but yeah, sure, you know, just leave, you know, cool, bye. Me and Chad will just hang, whatever. Rude.
Alright, I'm back.
So then what is mineral oil cooling? What is this metal cooling thing that we got? So the metal cooling, that's removing what's in that chip and changing the compound that's in there. That's
yes.
what I understand. Okay.
So you are changing the actual manufactured internal cooling capabilities of this chip itself. With no other cooler attached to it, you are improving this piece of metal right here, the ability to get heat away from the cores inside and into this piece of metal, so that whatever's touching this piece of metal can get the heat away from it.
So then you still use a traditional cooler on top of that.
Right.
You just replace the insides of the chip, then put a cooler on top of it.
Right.
Okay, now talk to me about this other stuff that we're going on and chat about.
Did I miss it?
Mineral oil cooling?
So, mineral oil actually looks cool. Like, it's an absolute nightmare to do, but I can't deny that it is the coolest looking thing, because your PC ends up in an aquarium.
I love you guys in chat. Y'all are so great. They even know our spiel about all of our awesome merch at carpeboredom.com/store.
That's right. Yes. Cool, but not practical at all. Changing parts is a nightmare. Any sort of maintenance or service is an absolute nightmare.
Well, I am definitely of the mindset of I need practical, hence why we're going to this tiny ass little case here.
Right, and I'll show you that in just a moment once I get this.
I'm mad because you see these fans that Clayton's pulling out right now.
Uh-huh.
These tiny little fans.
They're 120s, they're not tiny.
I don't fucking care. That's not the point. The point is that they're black. If y'all will remember my PC build that we did on stream, and my tiny fans that he got me, they were fucking baby poop brown.
They're Noctuas, alright?
They're fucking... Steve, yes! The fucking Noctua poopy brown fan made me so mad! Now they're actually making them in colors.
Yes.
And I think I saw that you could actually get them to... Am I remembering this right? You can actually custom the color?
I think the Chromaxes... I think, yeah, they come with little, like, accessory panels that you can swap out. Okay.
I could have gotten that Noctua CP. I am not having anything else. It's baby poop brown in my PC, okay?
I mean, Noctua makes some impressive air coolers.
Thankfully, the Noctua fans are hidden and you can't see them because I have one side of my PC case is clear, it's glass. And I'd be so mad if you looked in and saw baby poop brown Noctua fans. Ugh. Oh, good God. How many freaking fans you got there? 4?
Yes, so there's going to be 2 on the cooler. And so that's shot. 2 on the cooler. and then 2 on the floor of the PC blowing up into it.
Oh, so funny that she brings up this about headers, because Clayton today. For people wondering why I probably sound like shit on mic, I am not home. I am not in Texas with Clayton. I am in Florida because I decided why not drive into the path of a hurricane.
Yeah, why not?
And I'm remote right now, and I just saw him, like, the security alarm getting set and everything. And I was like, why is he leaving the house? Where the fuck is he going? Someone had to make another stop to Micro Center.
Yeah.
Because he had to get a splitter.
Yeah, so I didn't have enough fan headers either. I have... Where are they? I have a CPU header up here. So this is CPU header 1. This one is chassis and water pump 1. And then that's chassis and water pump 2.
Raptor says it's surfing time. I saw at the Walmart earlier, we had stopped. I thought I saw them talking about it potentially going up to a 5 at some point. But now it looks like it's actually going to be hitting our hometown in Florida, Clayton.
Jayville?
It's actually, yeah, it's actually, it looks like it, well, last I saw this morning when I looked at the actual path was that it is going to ride that fucking swoop up the side of Florida and go into the alcove of Jacksonville, so.
Wow. So,
and it's going to hit us at a 2. But hell, we've hit a 4 before and been fine, so.
Right. So, this is one of the things I bought today. This is a tiny little 90mm fan. The Wet Boy Storm.
That's a big ass Wet Boy.
Yeah. So, this will go on the exhaust port of the case that I'm trying to use. This one's a maybe. I didn't have a chance to test fit this. Yeah, it's just a case fan. It's fine. Nothing's really riding on it. If it fails, whatever.
Maybe it'll be Arctic cold.
Yeah. So they had a Cooler Master, and they had an Arctic, and I was like, I really want the Cooler Master, but it's only 3-pin, and I want 4-pin PWM, and this is the only one that had PWM in 90mm. So, gotta take what you can get. Like I said,
if it doesn't work out, then we'll get another one later.
I mean, realistically, even if it's sitting still, it'll still breathe. The up here were better. What that mean?
I don't know.
Up here were better. Don't know what that means. Can't parse that one.
Can you parsec it?
Yeah. What else?
It's apparently a brand. It's a brand that I've never heard of and Clayton's never heard of. Check it out.
The Up Here? Like there's a brand called Up Here? I have never heard of that brand.
I would look it up, but again,
Up Here.
3G shit ass internet on my phone.
She'll have an answer in 20 minutes.
Maybe if it doesn't fucking die on me again.
So here's my 3-way PWM splitter. Here's the.
Steve says, "Wow, those are affordable."
Yeah, so that's why I didn't worry about it, because I was like, this case doesn't even have an exhaust fan on it to begin with, so it's not like I'm hurting anything by having even a weak fan spinning there, as long as it's not spinning in the wrong direction. So don't let me do that. Okay. Table's getting crowded here. Okay. Power supply. SFX. Well, I mean, like I say, it may not even fit because I didn't have a chance to test fit it. But
well, Raptor, as long as they don't look like poop.
Yeah. It was $7, so if it doesn't go in the build, this is a SFX 600. Is that platinum or is that gold? Does it tell me? This is gold. here is my small form factor power supply. Tiny little thing.
Steve says this is a nice little build you got going on. Have you shown this tiny ass case?
Nope, we're getting
You're gonna...
to that. You gotta tease it out.
I'd rather have a poop looking fan than an RGB poop fan.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna disagree with that, but that's because I'm all about looks, not function.
okay, gonna need that. Gonna need 8-pin CPU. That's PCI. Where is CPU? CPU.
You need to take a picture of your closet.
What? Oh, okay.
And show
So-
all the fucking shit that you have in there for this kind of stuff.
Do you remember when we moved to Texas? I laid out, because we had everything in the moving truck, and I put it all on the floor, and it looked like we had like robbed a Best Buy or something like that, because everything was in everything was in retail boxes.
I remember that.
Are there any? Okay, I have the screws in another box.
Steve says he keeps his boxes too.
It's
so
so
weird.
It's so great. I love having the boxes. It's so great.
I'm shocked we don't still have our fucking TV boxes. I barely won that battle.
I mean, that's a bridge too far. Okay. And if you couldn't tell by the title of this stream, this is all going in an NCASE M1 small form factor case.
Oh yes, it's just so heavy to pick up.
Oh yeah, just struggling.
I'm grunting with effort.
Sorry if the cardboard shuffle is getting in the mic.
The anticipation, man. Whew.
Uh-huh. Worth the wait.
Raptor says, I heard the cryo rig
Yeah.
fan go up to 2200 RPM and 120 millimeter are rated to 83 CFM and 140 millimeter 128-ish CFM. CFM, some rating of air moving.
Yeah, CFM is cubic feet per minute, I think.
You, Raptor, that was so much. I didn't get it. Clayton got it.
I think Raptor might be a PC enthusiast.
I'm thinking so. Raptor, you play some PC games?
You don't hack in GTA 5, do you?
Fair enough.
Okay.
2060, baby.
Oh wow, you're pushing 2060. I think the sweet spot for me is the 2070 Super. That's the one I think is gonna get my money sooner or later. So here is the NCASE M1. Tiny little thing, you can see straight through it. Lots of ventilation. Apparently it's the Brits that are big into GTA. Okay. The thing that I like the most about this is that it absolutely comes to pieces.
So it's gonna have to, because you got barely any fucking room in the damn thing. Good God.
Power Color Red Devil 5700 XT for Steve. I've been looking at 5700s. I don't know nearly enough about AMD cards. I have been an Intel shopper for a very long time. Come on, get off of there.
Is Intel and Ryzen kind of like Walmart and Target?
Actually, yeah, that's a very good comparison.
Thanks.
That's a very apt comparison.
Okay, now hold on. Don't act like you're super surprised like I've never come up with anything smart.
No, I've never considered it like that, because Intel costs more, but it is an easier experience. like the compatibility, there's not as much like wrestling with it. Um, uh, AMD chips are kind of for fiddlers. Like if you like to mess around with settings, you can wring a lot of power out of an AMD. Whereas like it's kind of done for you on an Intel, and that's both better and worse. It's the same people that like don't want kind of how the way you are with cars and we are with cars. You don't want your car deciding where your power goes. You want to do it yourself. An AMD card is kind of built that way. It's like it's gonna be kinda simple when you get it, but you can do the work and fiddle with all the settings and wring all the power out of it if you want to.
There are some opinions in chat about this. About Raptor says it's the opposite with compatibility. Steve says the OG Radeon cards have shite cooling. Shite. Steve, you like the word shite. How do you feel about Scottish people? Scottish men in particular. There's a TV show I'm going to recommend to you. It's called Outland. The off-brands like Sapphire and Power Color are much cooler in that aspect.
Okay. See, I can only speak from my experience that I have had much more compatibility struggles with AMD systems. At work, we are an all AMD environment, and finding memory that agrees with these systems is a nightmare. Whereas, like, every once in a while, we'll get a laptop that's an Intel board, and I just pop a DDR3 SODIMM in there, and it just works.
Making the point and emphasizing.
Outlander, please sponsor.
No, that's okay. I won't even worry about being sponsored or anything like that or ad revenue. I just want the ability to meet Diane Gabaldon, the writer of the book series, because I would fucking lose my shit. Also, Clayton's in trouble because I found out they're going to be at New York Comic Con. The two main actor and actress will be there.
Oh, right. I remember you saying that.
I'm seriously considering going to New York in October, guys. This might legitimately happen, not because of anything other than the chance of potentially getting to meet them.
Alright, so these are my fan guards. Vanguards, not vanguards. So because everything's going to be in such close proximity, I need to be careful about wires getting into these fan blades. So I'm going to use that to keep that from happening. I've got metal guards that are going to go on the ones for the cooler, because they're going to mount here facing the board. Everything's going to be kind of shoved in there. And then I've got these two mesh filters. I'm going to have two intakes. Where's the camera? Intakes here on the bottom, blowing in. So I'm going to put these two filters right here so that the air that comes in is at least somewhat cleaned. So
did you go get these things from Micro Center or somewhere, or did these come with the case?
Nope, these boxes came with the case. These
Oh, and these are all options that you can add on as need be to this particular build.
Yes, they've included quite a bit of kit. I appreciate that.
I guess Quentin was saying he didn't even know that those are still a thing in cases. I guess they're gonna have to be in these tiny ass builds like this because it is gonna be fucking jammed in there.
You really don't see these much anymore. These are kind of a legacy thing. If anything, you see them on exhaust fans because that's where something would get pulled out of, like, that's on its way out of the case. Most, like, any kind of intake is going to have the guards on the other side, the built-in guards, these things that are actually built into the thing. Yeah, these are my heating coils, which kind of blocks that. Okay, so that's my kit of screws. I'll keep that. I don't know what of those I'm gonna need, so I'm gonna keep that on hand. Okay. Ugh.
Which computer is running stream tonight? Because it's impressive with your 3 camera perspectives here.
It's yours.
Oh, that explains it.
That's why I did it, because you have the strongest computer in the company. I've told you that.
I know, I might have just been asking the questions
Well,
here
right.
again.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're only slightly ahead of mine because we both have an 8700K. You just have a 1080 Ti, and I have a 1080. So.
I also have Royal.
Oh, right. Yeah. Exactly.
Don't forget about that.
Okay. So.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Right. Let's go ahead and start dropping some kit into this cat. So.
Quentin says hybrid 1080 Ti.
Oh, that's right. You do have a hybrid cooled 1080 Ti. Right. I completely forgot about that.
I'm green, guys.
So I actually had an idea. I wanted to see if I could put a 1080 in hybrid 1080 in this, but this is that fan I was telling you about, the 90 milliliter with the crappy Arctic cooler. That not Arctic. What's his name? Raptor is never gonna. Yeah. Yeah, he's never gonna let me live it down. I forgot the word. I forgot the word raptor is what happened. Okay, where are my screws for the power supply? I bet that's in this box that I just set down. There.
So it's funny because I'm laughing with you guys on stream, and I hear in the background of the apartment I'm in right now my cousin's laughter, and I'm just like, fuck. God, they have loud laughs. They're really annoying laughs. Fuck, I have that laugh.
Yeah.
I'm just like, shit.
Yeah, it runs in the family. Where do you think you got it from?
Raptor says, the PC I have, it's so filled with drives for okay, whoa. Alright, Clay, you're gonna have to read that, because that is things I don't know how to say.
One M2, 2 SSDs, and 1 HDD, yeah. So he's got 1 stick of gum, a 2.5-inch drive, and maybe a 3.5-inch, who knows.
I would give a medal to someone who can do a good job in cable management. That is like Clayton's fucking thing.
Yeah. It takes forever, but I am fairly proud of my cable management. Why do we only have 6 of these screws? Or 5 of these screws? And 6...
Really, Clayton? 5 screws isn't enough for you?
Well...
Needy motherfucker.
I've got 6 places to screw them in.
It's funny you say Quentin, at least Clayton isn't calling Raptor Tom, because whenever I first got on stream and popped on a Discord, and he said, hey Raptor, I was like,
right,
Tom's
Raptor.
Here?
I got it.
What?
Okay. I was like, why would I call him Tom? I don't know what his name is. Because Tom goes by Raptor.
He goes by Raptor.
Right.
Steve said I had to have my roommate cable manage my PC when I case swapped. Yeah, Clayton fucking loves that.
I do. It's so fun. It's the part of this.
Call this PC Bertha because it's so big.
We've been live for 52 minutes and haven't even started to resemble a PC. And when we get to cable management, it's going to be another 3 hours. So get ready.
I don't let him do that on stream, guys. Don't worry. Steve says I'm down. Steve, I went to Publix today. I was very excited. I don't get to go to Publix very often, and I was in town. I was very happy. May have got a pub sub for lunch, just saying. So good. Was it slow? At Publix?
Oh.
No? Well, actually, yeah. The lines, yeah, there weren't a lot of cashiers.
Oh, because of the long weekend or something?
I don't know. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, yeah, I had to wait longer than I have in a long time, but that's also because at our grocery store that we shop at in Texas, it's called HEB, and it's usually pretty quick. Like, I'm in line for maybe 5 minutes beginning to when I'm walking out.
Oh.
It actually was a while. Raptor says, I have some PTSD photos for me. Let me see if I can send it.
I assume he's
You can
talking
pop
about
those in the build. You can pop those in Discord. Shit, I don't have the ability to type it anywhere. No! Freaking Quentin's killing me tonight. Amy's here. She says, make it snappy.
Okay.
I'm
still confused why I only have 5 screws.
Because you lost one at one point. Did the cat eat it?
I literally just opened this bag.
Clayton.
Yes.
I have a very important question for you.
All right.
Did you feed my babies today?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay. He's not used to having to feed the cats, guys. I told him if he didn't feed them, they were going to not stop yelling until he got up out of bed this morning and fed him. So I'm glad they held to it and they got food. That is such a small power supply.
Yeah. So here's
what I'm used to with mine.
Here's the thing that I don't like about it, is that the way that it sits, you have to snake the cable like that, because if you run it down here, it is facing the wrong direction. It is keyed like that, and those little diagonal notches are facing the wrong way. So you have to do it like this, and it drives me insane. I can't stand that. It's the worst.
Looks like an F for Shelby.
Right, yeah, okay. You ain't getting this one.
I don't want it, I got mine. That's one in the company, someone said.
Yeah. Okay, power supply's in. So let's go
Quinn
ahead.
says, yeah, the nod is the same way.
Node is the same way? Yeah, he's got a node 202. Yeah. He's seeing where I'm coming from. So, this is going to be fans mounted inboard.
Man, Steve, that sucks. He says his store overscheduled in case of the hurricane. He didn't have a day off. It was so dead when he went in that they let him go after 3 hours and gave him Sunday off again. But that sucks, man, because they pulled you in, then you weren't able to go to the party. Quinn says it's so weird that they'd have so much extra.
Yeah,
I actually fixed a mistake that the guy made while building it.
Yeah, so did I. With that one I bought on eBay, there was a like minor but noticeable thing that he had not done, so I did it. Okay.
And I guess when you were talking about your PC that you bought with Clayton, I didn't really consider it that you were buying a custom-made PC. Raptor says, where can I drop it? You can drop it in Discord. You have access to general channel would probably be the best channel so that everyone can see it.
Right. So these fans are mounted inboard in exhaust. So they're going to be pushing hot air out of the case, out the side.
Quentin said that the guy who built it, he put the power button light on the HDD indicator spot on the Mobo.
He put the power button light in the HDD indicator. Oh, which meant your power button was flashing anytime it was hitting the drive. That's funny. I mean, that's a. Oh. Thank you very much, Steve. Steve, did you happen to see that, Shelby?
Oh shit! No, thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate that. He just gifted a sub to Raptor.
Thank you very much. We are coming up on September, which I believe isn't that where people can sub for $1? Is that what that is?
No, it is where it's half off.
Half off, that's right.
It's half off, but the streamer still gets the normal amount that they would normally get from your subscriptions, but you only have to pay half.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I'm looking at the picture of Raptor's build. That is a big PC, dude. It is in general chat if you want to pop by, Clayton.
Let's look at this thing. Sponsored by Subway.
So speaking of
General. Yo, it's a big one.
September.
September.
I owe you guys a meatball sub eating video. It's gonna happen with pickles. It's probably a good thing I've waited this long so that the smell just of the pickles on the sandwich doesn't involuntarily make me throw up, so we'll be good. Steve is asking why. So that's actually I agree with you, Steve. Pickles don't belong in a meatball sub. It was a huge argument that we have, and last year for Extra Life, I agreed if we reached a certain amount that I would eat one and give an opinion, and it's going to be that. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Jeff's here.
And Jeff's wanting a sub. Hey, Jeff, if you were in somewhere where there was a Publix, I'd tell you to go get a pub sub. That shit's bomb. He says, I need another drink after eating that. I'm gonna need a drink before, during, and after eating it. So, Jeff is asking, what's a pub? So, a pub sub is a sub from a grocery store called Publix.
I didn't see Steve's response to that. I thought Steve's response to Jeff asking what's a pub was $6.99.
No, Steve's telling us what's on sale this week.
And if it was, that's a really good comeback.
Yeah. Quentin, I will not be drinking the pickle juice because I still can't. Nope. I will throw up. I cannot.
Okay, so now we put the AM4 brackets on this bad boy.
You know, Raptor, you were talking about cord management. It doesn't look that bad.
I mean, yeah,
like,
he's
got some cords in the front there, but
yeah, he just tied everything together in the front.
Lots worse. I've seen it where you can't, like, there's no reason why have the glass case because you fucking can't see shit, and what you can see looks like crap. So, like, there's no point.
Okay, the rest of this is holy jeez.
Oh, holy crap!
Jeff, thank you so much.
Shit. Thank you very much for all of those bits. Yeah, hit that thanks.
Yeah, I've never seen that button before.
I've never seen that before.
But I've never gotten a 10,000 bit cheer, so thank you so much. That is far and away the largest cheer we have ever gotten on this channel, and I can't put into words how appreciative I am personally of that, and that we are as a company.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much, Jeff. You definitely creamed Amy out of the water. I think she's gonna have to give you that one. You definitely won it.
Did you see her response?
Damn, Jeff. Oh.
I took one on the last day of the last hours.
Yeah, you did.
In the biggest way. There is no question about who is in the lead.
I love these food fight emotes, said Steve.
Oh, that's upside down.
Amy has a fighting question for me. She says, do you put pickle juice in your tuna salad?
I don't.
And before I answer that, Raptor's saying, name's Jeff. Yes, Jeff is Pie Gods. That is his name. Or Raptor, are you saying that your name's Jeff too? Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. Please don't tell me we have another... We have two Jeffs. So, wait, hold on. So, if Raptor's name is Jeff, that means he shares a name with Pie Gods and a handle with Tom. So if we say Raptor, we might mean Tom, and if we say Jeff, we might mean Raptor.
Oh, God. No, Quentin, no!
Oh, right, the freaking Mountain Dew.
You are Jerv. Jeff is Jerv.
That's right.
Name's not Jeff.
Name's not. Okay, good. Whew, dodged a bullet there.
Quentin says all the memories. Well, we will be doing an extra live stream again this year on November 2nd. Let me double check that date for you guys real quick. I'm pulling up my calendar.
We are.
Because that doesn't require the internet.
Sprinting towards that, aren't we?
November 2nd and 3rd, we will participate in Extra Life, which is a community stream where for a full day, in the case of this, since it's daylight savings time, it will be 25 hours in which we will play video games for the entire time frame. And all the money that we raise will go to a charity of our choosing. Usually we pick a local children's hospital.
Yeah,
we did one in Florida one year. We'll probably do
Texas Children's? I don't think it's Dell Children's. I think it's Texas Children's because that's here in Houston.
I think so.
But I'm not sure. I might be wrong about that.
Oh, Merch Guy Steve's got a clip in here. He says, speaking of the same names, this happened earlier. I can't click on it. I can't click on it because I'm looking through Clayton's screen and my computer.
Oh, yeah.
My phone doesn't have anything. I'll have to look at this later and click on it. It's a Steveception. So Amy's fighting words, asking if I put pickle juice in my tuna. Here's the thing. She's right.
Pickle juice
as much as I
salad?
hate pickles, I hate the smell of pickles juice. I refuse to eat anything pickles. I technically do put a little bit of relish and mayonnaise in my canned tuna.
Okay.
But I feel like that's different than pickles because it's sweet relish. So it's sweet, like kind of like those pickles the moonshine pickles that I had I must be pregnant because I'm eating a moonshine pickle and I like it, and I was fucking freaked out for like a week.
A legitimate scare. I was like, wait. I remember we always made the joke of if you like pickles, we have some decisions to make.
And that decision's called Clayton. I'm gonna push you in the cross.
Right.
How many times am I gonna do it? That's the decision.
Okay, so these are amounts for the cooler, so these go back in the cooler box.
Steve agrees with me. Relish and mayo for him too. Clayton, you will eat plain tuna, which I just can't get along.
Oh yeah,
with.
absolutely.
That's
Super
not
high in
happening.
protein. Are you kidding me? Like 33 grams of protein in a can.
You will also take relish and mayo in it if I make. Some people put mustard in their tuna, which I'm just like, oh hell to the no. Now you're just throwing way too many things in there that taste awful.
One question, how bad did I nuke it? The closest person is
About 9,000 away.
Yeah. You've done it by about 85%.
Oh, of course Clayton had to go one little bit further and make a percentage. Fucking math.
Well, I mean, the math is wrong, so take that for what you will.
Jeff says that's way too close. Oh God, Quentin, no!
Triscuits.
Quentin!
Oh God.
Sardines?
That is unconscionable.
Oh my God! Thank you very much, Jeff, for the additional 1,500 bits. That puts you at 11,745.
Yes, thank you very much. Thermal.
And that looks like pasta with meatballs?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't like this. This is gonna go.
I'm liking that emote you got there, Steve.
This,
it's a pie.
No.
You've got a pie.
Had it backwards.
Raptor says rich ass Jeff. Oh, Amy says better do some more.
Okay.
Oh, Jeff apparently wants to stick with Jerp tonight. We'll do it. Steve, I saw you say you had another emote you had submitted for approval, and you were saying hopefully it got approved quicker. Those usually go through. Gosh, Brandon submits those for us.
Like less than a day.
Yeah, it should be pretty freaking quick. It shouldn't take a long time at all. So if it is, then if there's a way to go ahead and resubmit a second time, let me hit up Brandon. I don't know how busy he is tonight with the party, but let me hit him up and have him reach out because
that
should not be taking that long. I don't know why.
Alright, I gotta get these wires out of the way. Okay.
Raptor says, got that photo. Photo done. I'm keeping an eye on Discord for anything that's posted so we can see what's going on and talk about it on stream.
Oh, what is he? Is he gonna post something?
I'm hoping so.
What of?
PC.
Oh, another one?
God. Amy says she's coming for you, Jerp, saving her bits for October.
Oh, okay.
Why October, Amy? What about September? You just like skipping over the whole of September? My soul, you have a grand's worth. Oh, thank you very much, Jeff. Jerf, you want to stick with Jerf today? Jerf.
Yeah, he paid good money. At least we could do is call him by his name.
The name he requests. Oh, there it is. Oh, damn.
What's that?
Raptor, that is some clean wiring. You've got everything bunched. Raptor posted it in our Discord. Go ahead, Quentin, beat me to it. The back of his PC case showing his cable management. That is pretty good cable management, man. Everything's kind of pulled together. It's not all over the whole back of the case. What is that red?
Yeah, I saw the red glow in there. I wasn't sure what was lit up red.
Do tell us what that red cord is. That red wiring is. Amy says birthday. September is your birthday. Okay. 20 to 22 pounds, Raptor says. That's how heavy his PC is. Jerf is taking this as a challenge, and he will win. Spend more money. Amy, is your birthday in September? I know it's not Logan's, because I harass him about when his birthday is, because I love to make him feel like he's getting old.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so, cooler's on there. Spin this so that it's facing up and down, which is nice.
Okay, Raptor says card reader SATA and Blu-ray writer.
What are y'all talking about?
I think that's what the answer for what's that red cord. So it's funny that you have a Blu-ray writer.
Yeah, Blu-ray burner.
Yeah.
That is not cheap.
Okay, October. Okay, so Jerf's telling me October is his birthday as well as Amy's. That's why Amy's wanting to spend it in October and win that month. Okay, gotcha. I'm kidding.
Okay, I got this cranked down pretty tight. I'm not gonna like gorilla strength it, but it's on there. It's pressed tight. Look it up.
Quentin says his birthday's next week.
Heck yeah, dude.
He's shut up, Quentin. He says he's not ready to be 22. Oh.
Is he really 22? God
yes,
dang.
He is the baby of the group. We discovered this. We had a whole discussion with him and Ricky one night. He is the baby. It's not even Ricky. It's Quentin.
Can't believe that. 21 years old now. Okay.
I know. What were you doing at 21?
I was delivering pizzas, just starting to get my first office job.
I had just graduated college and was working at a developmental center. Amy agrees, baby. Steve says, am I the second oldest? Steve, you are the same age as Logan. Clayton is the oldest. So yeah, you and Logan. Oh shit, I've missed some chat. The blue cable, Raptor says the blue cable is for a PCI expansion kit to 219-pin USB 3.0.
Oh, okay.
And also a Sound Blaster card.
That is a lot of slots in there.
Quentin says, good, gaga.
But I say that as an ITX builder, so I get one card, and I'm thankful for it.
So then what kind of card is Raptor using that he has the ability to...
So he has an ATX, I would imagine, which, like, we only have the one PCI slot. ATXs are taller boards, so they have more of these rails on them, so you can connect more accessories. So you can go to ITX like this, which has one, Micro ATX, which I think has 4. I think Micro ATX spec is 4. Micro ATX also has 2 memory slots, 4 memory slots instead of 2. And then you've got ATX, which I think can go up to 7. They're like really long boards. And there's extended ATX, which are almost like perfect squares. And there's a bunch of extra room out here to the side. Like instead of being
Good Lord.
taller, they are wider boards.
And that's why it's a big build. Why are you calling her the?
I think EATXs are usually servers. Might be wrong about that, but I think those are usually servers.
Jerk asked if we could play what we posted in Discord. That would depend because I saw it was song. Clayton's playing Spotify, which has what is that called, Clayton?
So I just have a playlist of no copyright music.
No copyright. That's the word.
That I've built out of several other playlists, so that this doesn't get muted or demonetized or anything like. Or not demonetized, but.
Well, whenever we put it up on our YouTube, because we put all of our streams on our second YouTube channel, at least 24 hours after the stream is done,
yep.
It will end up getting muted if it's not no copyright.
Yeah.
You just spent $200. I would love to do it, but we can't do it if it's not copyright. If it is copyrighted, we will get in so much trouble. And then we won't even be able to be streaming anymore. And then you won't miss us.
So tell you what, you tell me what the song is, and I'll decide.
It's called "The Living Tombstone" by Alex Tomlinson.
What kind of music is it? Never heard about the Epic CPU from AMD. It's a 64 core S4 PCI. I have heard the name Epic, but I did.
Oh, it's called Discord. What?
It's called Discord. Okay.
I'm researching right now.
Okay. Oh, IO shield first. Just forgot. It's the part I almost always forget. Like that. Ah. Oh yeah.
So the person that posted it, Alex Tomlinson, says the song is available for free off iTunes for downloads.
Yeah, if it's a TR4, that's a Threadripper. Come on, get in there.
It's a really catchy beat.
Okay. Let me get this flush, and then I'll bring it up.
I don't know how you would play that though. That would be you, tech dude.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, missed some chat here about Raptor. Y'all are going above my head with this Threadripper stuff.
It's a server-grade CPU socket compatible. Socket compatible, not BIOS. Huh. That's crazy. But that's not the first time AMD has done that by a long shot. They have a history of releasing boards that are not compatible with the chips that are launching alongside them. Let's see. Where's Discord?
Ace is calling Amy. Amy says, not broke, saving up. Can't beat you this month, but watch out. October is coming. I'm attempting to send a message in Facebook Messenger, and sweet Jesus, I can't get it to send. I have my hands up in the air, and I can't get it to do it.
That was a really cool song.
It's got a real catchy beat to it, doesn't it?
I like chiptune, and that is really good stuff. Thanks, Jeff.
I believe you win. Yes, you definitely win this month, Jeff. You clearly have won. You took my shadow. There we go. Pals.
Where are the screws for the standoffs? I know they're in here somewhere. Is it these? I think it might be these. Try these. Because these... I was expecting the standoff screws to have horse threads.
Jeff says, someday I will show my real face, but not today. Yeah, you can put it on any of your social medias. We can actually face. Don't even give me that. I'm not pretty like you were giving me the other night. It's not about what you look like, it's about who you are, man. And you're a great guy to come in and chat with us and give us all those bits.
Oh, come on.
Raptor likes this neat badge he's got near his name.
Uh-huh.
Jeff says he has a Facebook. Oh, Clayton's got a nice line about Facebook lately.
Do I?
Yes.
I don't remember what I had to say about Facebook.
If you want to tell your grandmother about us.
Oh,
you know,
right,
Facebook.
yeah. Forgot about that. Alright, let's see.
Amy says, welcome aboard, Raptor.
They do fit.
You
Okay.
are now a subscriber of the Carpe Worm channel. You got that cool badge.
You are a board member.
Jeff says, I know I have been spending money this month.
Yes, you have.
It's a month to do it.
You did it in the past 45 minutes.
Steve's showing off that cool Pride CB emote we've got.
Alright.
Jeff says he broke Clayton.
Did he? Oh, did I mess up what I was saying? Oh, because I didn't know what I had to say.
Yeah.
Focus on this thing. Couldn't find the frickin' screws.
Don't you hate when you can't find your screw?
Get frustrated. So,
You never did find that sixth screw.
I never did. But whatever. It's on there. It ain't going anywhere. Not even using your... No.
Oh, that's right, Jeff. You could yeah, go. You
Amy's-
could, and if you want, you could change.
Jeff just dropped $200 and he's not even using the badge that he got with it.
Amy. Yeah, Amy is upset that you're not using it. Raptor wants me to reboot Clayton, please. Yes, please. Jeff says it's the principle of the matter.
Right. Okay. So
Quentin, screw with confidence, Clayton.
get these off here.
I'm always hesitant when I screw. And then Clayton has to come back behind and he's like, okay, no, don't go too tight. And then he inevitably is like, let me check it. And then he ends up screwing it again, unscrewing it and screwing it again. And I'm just like, this is my PC filled. Just let me fucking screw it.
Yeah.
Jeff says, I have to be number one, even if I don't show it. Well, you are definitely showing it. If you're watching on desktop, it will show the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
And it will show you.
Okay, so. Oh. I don't. Oh, wait.
Raptor says, did I ever told the definition of insanity? And Steve says, is that a Bitwit reference? It is indeed, sir.
Hold on.
Quentin pipes in.
Oh, screw with confidence is what Kyle says.
Kyle? Clay. We gotta reboot Clay, guys.
No, the Bitwit, his name is Kyle.
Oh, Kyle. I thought you were calling Quentin Kyle. I was like, what? No. What are you doing?
The guy that on the channel of Bitwit is his name is Kyle, and whenever he is fastening something, he says to screw with confidence. Okay, so here's where we start to get a little tricksy.
Starts getting a little tricksy.
Yeah. So, nothing.
Jerf is so happy he's broke us with his bunny.
Nothing fancy about the card. It's an old 960 that I've had. This machine isn't for graphics. It's all for CPU. The video card is just so it can put out an image. Oh, I need these. I think I'm gonna wait on the video card. Ugh. Jeff says he plans on dying by 45. He's on that Gus Sorolla life plan. So see if I can put these fans in here.
Man, you just have so little room.
It's frickin' in there. All right, so
It looks familiar, except mine has a red PCB.
oh the
Amy is asking how soon would 45 be for Jeff, so she's asking how old you are.
a red PCB. Huh.
Raptor says to Jeff, Jerf. Oh, now it's all coming together. So, snap, out of viewers, Quentin, Jeff's may have you beat. He does, because his birthday is in October.
Oh, of who's the youngest?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, those are long enough. Cool. I was worried that the screws would not be long enough to fit through these screens and out the other side, but they are. So, very happy about that. Good shot, Corsair. Good shot.
Jeff says, so Amy, I have years ahead of me. Yes, you do. Yes, Raptor, we're saying as of right now, with the ages that we know, out of viewership, Pie Gods is the youngest.
Jeez.
Quinn says the three youngest are only months apart. Yeah. Amy says many years of competition. Oh. Ooh, Jeff's coming back at her. Says many years of first place.
Getting heated in the chat.
Yeah. Oh snap! Raptor just blew it out of the water. Says 20.
He's 20 years old.
Raptor's taking the youngest bit card.
Not see this competition developing.
I know, we're competing to be who's the lowest, like who
Right.
to be the youngest.
Eh.
Which is, it's just a weird thing for people in their 20s, right? Because usually in their 20s they're like you want to be older, right? You want to be financially stable, you want to have money, you want to go out and party and have fun and be able to drink and things like that.
Right.
And then whenever you get into your like late 20s like I am, I'm like, can I be 19 again?
Boy, this is. Jeez.
It won't end good, Richter says. Oh. Yep, Jeff is telling Amy about his two jobs, security and pizza delivery. Which is what Clayton was doing at 21. He was doing pizza delivery.
So.
You just gotta make sure you're being safe out there, Jeff.
Wait, who? Oh, Jeff is security and pizza delivery.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, you're on your way to, you know, owning a meeting company and building PCs.
Following Clayton's footsteps.
Right.
Okay. I'll stick with calling you Jerv tonight if that's what you'd like. I will do that.
Let's see if this slots into place like looks like it's supposed to.
I don't think. Well, I'm
What?
trying to debate if we've ever had a PC build go completely to plan. I think mine did. I don't think we had any complications on mine. No, we did. Something we had to go back and do later. I can't remember what it was though.
I don't know.
Raptor's asking, anyone on the company have a monitor?
144? No. So, because we all use capture cards, the capture cards are just now starting to get into the high frame rate ability. So I'm just now starting to toy around with the idea of getting a capture card that can pass through, like, I found one. I use a lot of AverMedia stuff. So AverMedia has come out with a capture card that can capture in. Is it not gonna fit or what? What's the deal with it? There it goes. Clicks in. That passes through 120 and records or can capture 60. So you can actually, your monitor will output at a higher frame rate than it is being captured. And that was the thing. I was like, because I have a 1080 60 capture, but it also only passes through that frame rate and resolution. So like, I'm not gonna buy a 1440 monitor, which is like the thing that I want. That's my sweet spot. When I can't see that. So what was that noise?
Oh dear, that would be the AC turning on.
Okay.
The struggle is real.
What?
So Quentin reminded me that there was a fan complication with my PC build, but we knew about it. I remember what it was that we needed on mine. We needed specific screws. We needed screws that were long enough to go through.
Right.
And we had to go back and find them because we didn't have enough of them during the build, and then we went back and did it.
Right. Because we used those thin screws, and they were the threads were too tall on them.
Yep.
Okay, so that's.
So Jeff says he wants to be a video game developer. That's what he would like to do. That sounds like a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of stress in it if you're working for some of the bigger name companies, but if you're doing more like an indie game, creating your own stuff, that I feel like is a lot more fun.
Yeah. Dude, talking about.
If you are interested in talking to people that do that are make their own video games, then conventions, man. Just talk to people.
Okay, so here's the one that I'm not sure about. Yeah. That one.
Amy's asking when we're going to be doing the Logan Wall.
You're breaking up a little bit.
We won't stream us going through Logan's wallet just because in case there's something in there we need to be able to blur out. But hopefully when I see him next, fingers crossed, that'll be in the coming months. To be announced. Then we'll be able to record it and get that done.
To be TBD.
TBD, not TBD. To be announced, not to be determined. It's determined, it's just not announced.
The announcement date is TBD.
Yeah. Steve's saying he may get back into WoW. Is that because they just came up with the vanilla WoW? They just decided to provide that as an ability for you to be able to go back and play vanilla WoW back from when they first released it?
Yeah. They were, I think he put a poll out on Twitter earlier today. He's like, alright, should I frickin' do this or not?
Yup.
Okay.
Merch Guys, he says, eventually when Classic is no longer line sim.
Oh, lines. Yeah.
Line sim waiting. Okay.
Do you remember when the Division came out and everybody was waiting in lines to speak to the people at the hubs because the
Yes.
servers, like the server capacity was so low that people were just like making an orderly line. Backing out.
Jeff also says that yes, he plans on sticking with the game. And hopes he gets popular and becomes a rich ass mofo.
Is that Jeff saying goodnight?
Jerf, I don't think so.
Oh, he says we'll see ya.
I don't think he's leaving. I think he's just talking about how he's going to be doing his indie games.
Oh, okay.
Also, can you scroll up? Because Raptor still was talking about 144 hertz monitor, and I missed it.
I recently bought a 144, and the difference is real. I played Doom, Skyrim, and Youngblood, and it's smooth as a baby's bottom. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of afraid to try 144 because I love gaming in 60. And I know that once I see what 144 feels like, because like that's the weird thing. You don't actually the difference is not in the sight. You feel it in your brain. Your brain actually relaxes because it doesn't have to assemble the images into motion. It requires less work from your whatever cortex that is to turn still images into motion in your brain. If you've got the hardware, you can go to 240. Yeah, God, like it's getting ridiculous what frame rates can do. It's like CS:GO. If you've got the machine, the CS:GO can run at like 290 frames per second or something like that. Or if you've got Quentin's machine, you can run the Golf with Your Friends menu at what is it, 3,000 frames per second?
Yeah, I think so. It's not that 3,000. For some reason, I want to say 3,300.
It was up there.
Numbers popping in my head.
All right, so that's the header.
Steve says that people were doing that with the Quest NPCs in WoW Classic. That line waiting sim.
That's what I was gonna say. That reminded me of that when I saw that screenshot. Okay.
God, that's such a bitch.
I'm going.
He played Black Ice and got 1,000 in the menu. Ooh.
Dang, dude.
Raptor says, can it run Minecraft with shaders? You know what? I have another question about can it run. Can it run Minecraft on our server, Peyton?
Yeah, I know.
On our list of things to do.
I know. I need to get some more people to stream on this channel so I have more time to do stuff like this to build our systems. Alright, so can't see too well, but I plugged the you can't see a thing. So there's a header up here for a 4-pin fan. I've plugged in the water pump to there because it actually designates chassis fan or water pump 2. So I'm using that for to power the water pump. That is an addressable RGB header because this is gonna glow and animate and whatever. There's a header down here for more fans, which is what I'm going to run this fan and maybe the exhaust fan. I couldn't put a fan here like I wanted to because the front cables literally cross right in front of this thing. So that's just not going to happen. So I'm going to shift this back.
Yeah, Raptor's right. The camera on the left is out of focus, but
it's not out of focus. It is a very old webcam.
Damn.
And I'm stretching it to a resolution it was never meant to be at.
Oh, you should have done the GoPro.
I did. That's what's up here.
Oh. Where's my camera?
Up there.
Then where's your camera?
I'm using the GoPro running to the cam link, and I only have one cam link, so that's what I'm using.
Okay.
If I had more than one cam link, I could have all kinds of cameras all over the place.
Man, why don't you have more than one cam link?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go buy one.
Slacker.
RGB, you get double FPS. free spinning? No, it's not.
Quentin's talking about catching them honeybees.
Oh right, the bees in draft now.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Alright. So let's go ahead and cable's already run through the back, so let's start running some cableage. Card's gonna go so tight. Be tight.
I mean, you're moving it into a very, very small case.
Yeah. Pull these up, crank them out of the way of the video card. Plugs in. Facing the wrong way? I am facing the wrong way.
Cool Raptor says, and now the ugly part comes. Amy says, well, Jerv just gave you $200. Yes, he did. Appreciate it very much.
Come on. Okay. That's ATX power in. Is there a better place to put that? Let's see. Is there a better place I can tuck that away? Pull it up there, maybe. Tie it off there. Okay, maybe I can do
Raptor
that.
says they would like to see a passive cooled PC.
Who does those cases? Is it Leon Lee? I think Leon Lee has a bunch of. I bet I'm wrong. There's a company that makes a bunch of cases. So like, you'll see a side panel like this, but it will have the actual standoff of a cooler plate, a CPU block, and it's meant to press the case into the block so that all the heat is transferred literally to the case. They do like all metal cases, so the case becomes your passive cooler, your heat sink. Oh yeah. I saw Paul's. Do you remember me showing that video to you the other night? That massive ring passive cooler.
Yeah.
It was enormous, and the PC still throttled. These are hot chips, man. Okay, so I need CPU power. That one. Oh. There. Plug these. No classic case, but a big A passive heatsink. Yeah. I got an idea.
That sounds dangerous.
I'll be right back. I got an idea. That's the kind of stuff that I say at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, and then you wake me up like, oh, babe, listen to this. I'm just like,
Don't care. Leave me alone.
And I'm sleeping again. Plug the heat sink into a wall heater.
Heat sink to a wall. That's you're gonna have a bad time.
Will it be a bad time though? The whole room cooling. Raptor says the 5:15 a.m. Is that what time it is for you? Where you are? Damn.
Dang, dude. Get this out of the way.
So it's already Sunday where you are. That's weird.
So you see these pivoting these tubes the way they can point in different directions. That's what I needed off of this cooler that my EVGA cooler did not do. So I'm going to try and lay them up, point them up, and kind of coil them around to eat up some of the length into the cooler.
Steve's on his White Claw number 2.
Heck yeah, dude.
Join the White Claws.
Okay, that'll work.
Quentin says, well, it did heat up the room a bit, but what they did is connect all the PCs to one water pipe and run it around the room.
Oh, I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Steve says he's out. He's going to play some Risk of Rain 2 with you. Have a good night, Steve, and please,
Heck yeah, dude.
please be safe with the coming storm.
Yeah.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I don't know what that means.
Don't go out in the storm. Don't throw your hand in the air with lightning or anything like that.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just stay where it's safe.
Stay safe, play video games.
Exactly.
Excuse me, video games.
Raptor says Linus Tech Tips tried to do an AMD the whole room. Cool.
AMD GPU. Oh, gee. I mean, you wind it up, it'll do it.
I mean, there are better ways to heat up a room, just saying. Raptor says don't drown to Steve. Well, luckily, Florida doesn't tend to flood.
Yeah.
It's usually just a matter of there are a couple spots that are gonna flood, but mostly it's wind, trees, people trying to drive while fucking in a hurricane.
Yup.
Never understand. Who the fuck just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go run an errand real quick. I'm gonna go down to the Publix and grab something to eat, because you know, that's open. Stupid.
Okay, so where's one of my zip ties? I'm gonna temporarily tie these here.
Raptor says, because you get better drift. Yeah, you're drifting down and the Russian water is going 30 miles an hour.
Come on.
Quentin says, it's like people up north driving in a blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stupid. I just don't understand it. Raptor says, in wet without wearing tires.
Okay, so that should hold that in place. God. Definitely need to zip tie that. There's no way that's gonna hold. Nope, already bust through. Alright, cool.
Yo, don't wear tires. Tires cost. Yeah, they are not. Tires are not cheap. I'll tell you that.
Where's the
hole?
Yeah. There we go.
I heard that noise, that satisfying click.
I got one side of it in, didn't get the other pins.
Panda Marmetto? Raptor. What?
And Armado?
Yeah, you are definitely the person for pronunciations, not me.
Don't know what that means. I hope I didn't just say something offensive. Okay.
You don't translate that word. Okay.
Love this frickin' song so much.
I unfortunately cannot hear it. I turned off the Parsec music after the Jer song we played. I'm kind of musiced out. after spending 8 hours driving yesterday.
Oh yeah. I bet
Anytime
you
I
are.
got any drowsiness, I was like, okay, and pull up Spotify and sing your heart out to wake yourself up. Raptor says it's the good old Fiat Panda 90s name with tank.
Oh.
Oh, Jerf did leave, but he is back now. Welcome back, Jerf.
So, I also got myself a nice new pair of what are they called, like flesh mount snips. The kinds that I use at work, so like them.
Can we talk about how you called it a flesh mount scissors?
Flesh mount.
Flush
Yeah.
mount. Okay, I was really like, what the fuck?
So like if you use a pair of pliers, there's like a little indent, like the cutting point is usually halfway, like it's filed like that. So there's like a little bit on this side that doesn't get cut and a little bit on that side that doesn't get cut. So these are flush like that. So like the angle is on this. So there's a big area here that doesn't get cut, but this presses up against whatever you're cutting. So when you cut it, it's perfectly flat.
Damn it! I tried to look it up, Raptor, but as soon as I did, Clayton, I couldn't hear anything he was saying.
Oh.
My computer is already hot as is. It's like I can't handle anything else.
Are you using your personal computer or your work computer?
I'm using my personal computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that Samsung is probably winding its brains out. What? Oh, you're not talking to me.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to whisper so that chat didn't hear it. I was talking to one of the girls.
Well, I heard you.
I asked you if I should bring your laptop. You're like, no, your computer's fine.
I guess I overestimated the capabilities of that thing.
Raptors talked about that car segment. It's tiny, but it does big stuff. Well, in this case, when we're talking about my laptop, it's tiny and it does not do big stuff.
I mean, browse this. It's almost, it's basically a Chromebook.
If Chloe orange metal doesn't come out of your PC, it's not hot enough.
Right.
Well, that's how my legs feel right now with this laptop sitting on my leg. I feel like there is Chloe orange metal coming out and burning my freaking legs. It's so hot.
Okay. Might come back and do that a little bit better, depending on how these tubes lay. But I've got everything in place, so let's connect some USBs.
So at this point, other than putting the big part of the capture card or the cooler in there,
yeah,
and the capture card, is everything in there?
The radulator. Video card's not in there, but that's easy.
So there's that, and then you putting the actual big base of the cooler in there, and that's it? Well, I see a fan that you haven't put in. There must be another fan that he's got to go in too.
Where fan?
On your
this
mouse mat. Yeah.
So that's the one I gotta figure out if it'll fit or not.
Gotcha.
Once this radiator goes in, I don't know if the area that these fans are occupying is going to press into that area, because it doesn't look like I have much room. So that's why I was saying, like, if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not too pressed about it.
Raptor says it would have performed better with a car radiator. Yeah, sure it would have. Jer says my dumb monkey brain melting as you speak. No, we evolved from monkeys. We're no longer monkeys. Plug a phone on the mount. Jeff says banana. Ooh. A banana ice cream or a banana float? Banana sundae? That's what it's called. Not a banana float.
Yep. Okay. Hold that. Where can I put this cable? Exactly where the video card needs to go.
Just trust me, some people do have monkey brain. They didn't quite finish that evolution, huh?
Okay, that works.
Oh, Jerk did not get his Dairy Queen a chocolate. It's a bummer.
Where'd my video card go? Oh, there it is.
After says far worse than big brain time. Just to be clear, though, he's not talking about you, Jerk.
Okay.
Oh, Jerk says he got a medium.
Ah!
That's a bummer.
Got ripped off, my
But
dude.
did they flip it upside down to make sure that it wouldn't fall out? I didn't know that was a thing for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pull a Karen? What does the do? Clayton, tell me more.
Karen would like to speak to your manager.
Oh, go.
Karen has her hands on her hips. Karen is going to call corporate.
That reminds me of the lady at Buc-ee's we saw one time.
Yep, Buc-ee's.
She was just losing her shit for some reason when we were trying to leave. She was all upset talking to the manager, talking about, I want to talk to your... What is going even on? She just literally walked in the store. We saw her walk in. Now she's all pissy.
Never enough managers. Karen would like to speak to all of them. Alright, so here's the trouble I'm having.
Jeff's got his food. He doesn't need to sleep. He's going to stay up. Work, play video games, watch stream. Hey, that's what I'm saying.
So, this
That would do.
USB 3 header, or cable, I gotta figure out where to run it, because it's right where it's like in a little cavity that I would like to use. What is that? Oh, that's a speaker. I don't need that, so I can push that out of the way. Tuck it down. There-ish.
Raptor suggests coil around itself and then use ties.
That's not. Yeah, because that just leaves all of the bunch here in that empty slot. Hey, like where your head's at, Raptor.
Jerk has now confirmed he will be a Karen. He's going to be speaking to the manager.
Okay, and okay.
Raptor says it's like watching a man fighting a snake.
It really frickin' is. So I have to do this all while the case is like laid open, because I'm gonna take this, turn it, and then squish everything together, and I won't be able to reach any of this once I do that. So all of this has to be like prepped and tied. Where are my zip ties? Let's. As my head is probably in the way.
Torture really wants his Blizzard. Well, if they didn't give it to you, if you did like the drive-through, go back through. Tell them.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
I've done it before. I pulled back into the parking lot and had to walk in my pajamas, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, I'm missing a whole meal.
Come on, get in there. Slip through. There we go.
He makes us help being a manager. But Jeff, he says he's at work and they're closed. So did you just get the food? Why? How is it that you just managed to get the food and didn't know it was... I'm confused.
I've gotten it dashed to him.
Delivered. Raptor said that Jerp is just broke from tiredness.
Oh, okay. So I got that tied down. Good. That'll lay like that to give a little bit more slack. There we go. I'm happy with that. Thank you very much for that idea, Raptor. That's exactly what I needed to do.
You've heard it here. Raptor, you make my husband happy.
Okay.
Would you like to take him full time?
What's that?
But you have to feed him 3 times a day. You have to do his laundry. Make sure he goes to sleep and all that fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Raptor says it really worked.
It did. So that is the cable coiled around and then tied to the base, and then the USB runs there to its termination point. Right there. There it is. Goes down, coils around, and I'm gonna press this down to the grill and zip tie it again. It goes to the front I/O. Okay.
Jeff, I would suggest, what about some kind of energy drink, caffeine or something like that? Can you stop by a grocery store? It's too late. But gas station.
Yeah.
Try to get something to help stay awake tonight.
Oh, there is. There's a cable tie spot exactly where I need it. Heck yeah, dude.
Some things are just good luck.
Well, it's exactly where I need it to be, except there's a fan in the way. So I need to like bend this zip tie so that I can push it through and pull it back and it pokes out the bottom. There we go. So I'm hoping push it through and then it will hook and I can pull it back through. Quite enough.
I'm just the whole PC in the way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Because I have to go. I have to trap the cable under it and then push it back down and hope that the. Oh my god, it did. Yes, perfect.
Jeff, I'm very sorry about your blizzard. Hopefully you can find something else. Wake, like I need a drink or something like that.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Probably because that AC is working again.
Yeah.
Trying to keep us cool, but being loud as it does it.
Huh. Okay, cool. That's my audio cable there. You can't see it at all. But it runs like right next to the PCI rail, and I need to make sure that it doesn't get out into the path. Okay, that'll come around, plug in there. My video card's gonna be. That works. Well. Okay, let's do front I/O. A diagram from the motherboard.
That's right. The little book tells you.
Yeah.
Raptor says the funny thing will be when you will squish those thing inside.
Yeah. It's a tight fit. I did like a slip fit yesterday just to kind of see if this is even feasible. And it's pressed in there, but it should work. Okay, so that is what do I have? What do I have? There. I have HDD LED, power switch, and power LED. HDD LED, positive, low. Power LED, positive, low. Power button. I can't look at it just yet.
I don't see a blizzard. I see some kind of cup though. Looks like you got a drink. Maybe they just got confused and forgot to give you the blizzard.
Pop this book open. Shoot. Book closed. This is why I hate books, Shelby.
Oh yes, that's what it is.
They're rebelling against me. Can I use to hold this thing open?
Put that on my finger.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's start with hard drive LED. It's oriented exactly like that. HD LED, positive low. Power LED, positive. So I need to swap those around. This song as well. Okay, I need to do the power LED first because it's separate pins.
Amy is coming out after Jerf
What's that?
about his blizzard. Amy giving Jerf hell about his blizzard. How come he didn't notice when they told him? When they did give it to him.
Get in there.
I see your head.
Hi there. Ah, shoot, I unplugged the first one. Dang it.
You need tiny, tiny little fingers like me.
Yeah. Least favorite part of the... You're stoned. There. Right? Together. Says he hates drugs. With you, Jerf. Not a fan of drugs.
Ditto.
Did, however, get my prescription filled today.
Oh, cool. That'll be interesting.
I took my first dosage today. Immediately, well, not immediately, but fairly immediately start to feel the effects. So, happy about that. Okay, arrow means ground. Do all do all sorts of things if you know what I mean. Okay.
Like plug in little things on PC builds. Yep,
Ground is high, so arrow means ground, right? Arrow means ground.
Jerf is just gonna sit there and be mad. I mean, you can still see if there's someone that can deliver. It won't be from there, but deliver something to you if you need to.
Come on.
That's what Grubhub and DoorDash are for.
Get back on there. Did I get it? Oh, please tell me I got it. Yes, I got it. Woo! That's the thrill of PC building, baby.
Shelby tries to evade. Amy says, Clayton, you need a bigger box.
I paid a lot not to have a bigger box.
Yeah. I dodged it. Yeah, he wants to go into a smaller box. And this case is going to be so small that we are going to be able to put it in our backpack and then be able to fly anywhere just going through TSA. We don't have to check bag. Well, we never check our tech anyways because we would lose so much money if they were to accidentally lose the luggage. But
that's the idea. Have a mobile editing machine
Oh my God, Quentin, I'm still sour about this. Quentin says, but what if they deliver your ice cream to the house down the
Oh my
street?
God.
Yeah, they definitely did that to me. Thank you, Instacart. The one and only time I tried Instacart. They delivered my ice cream 2 houses down, and then I had to, late at night in the dark, happened to be walking up and down the road to try to find my fucking ice cream on someone's doorstep before they got a real unpleasant sighting in the next morning with my ice cream melting all over their front doorstep. I found the house, and then the people just so happened to be pulling up, and I
Y-
was like, "Hey, can I have my ice cream? It's at your front door."
yeah, we're like, hey, this might be the weirdest interaction you may have with a neighbor for the first time. We had never met them before.
Nope, I don't like meeting neighbors.
And here we are just on their doorstep, taking something. So yeah, we're
Yeah,
like,
they moved.
did they really? Did you prove that?
Yeah, they don't live there anymore.
They're doing alright.
Chef says, also if that happens, I will do more than the Amazon fire to put it lightly.
Jesus. Too soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they just used ice cream. Get cold, put it out.
Alright, so those cables are out of the way. Do a quick zip of those. Realize you can't see most of what I'm doing, but trust me, it's important.
You're gonna need all that room, aren't you?
Down on the bottom, not as much. I'm just clearing this up so that there's not as many air obstructions. This is more for airflow than aesthetics.
Gotcha.
This up here is absolutely, I'm keeping those cables out of the way of these tubes as they go in. Okay.
Raptor says Guy made a small PC that could fit in a pocket complete with keyboard and screen. Yeah, it's called a smartphone.
Hold on. I gotta mute my microphone because blow into this case. I did. Alright.
Raptor says 1-inch screen. He tried to play Rainbow Six Siege.
Jeez, does it play Doom?
Oh, Bitwit did that. Oh, apparently with Bitwit.
Will it run Doom?
I have let Clayton know that there was a request for us to play Doom Eternal when it came out.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I got this cable. Guess I'll do this as chassis fan 1, but run.
I did not get the dates, and I am not anywhere near my home to write it down. But I'm gonna go through when I get back, and I'm gonna pick out all the game release dates in the next couple of months and make sure they're documented on my calendar.
What's this?
To be able to reference. We're talking about all the Doom Eternal, like it coming out when its day is. I need to write it down on my calendar.
Oh, okay.
So actually, Raptor's asking about anyone in the company would play Wolfenstein. It's a funny Nazi killing game. Logan played Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Last year.
He did like a run of them. Where he played, most, if not all of them that were out. I think. I know he played like Return to Castle and, or maybe not Return, but yeah, he got through most. I don't remember what all he did. This.
Jeff requested that I not tell Logan until Halo next week. Well, it will reset tonight at midnight. It's the last day of the month, and I might have already told him.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I'm running this fan power cable. Come on, hold over. Twist it.
Now Youngblood is even co-op. Huh.
Oh, right, the twin sisters. Yep.
Yeah, Jeff asked what he said or did. Well, I messaged him and my internet shit right now, so I don't know if it's actually gone through.
Oh yeah.
We will see once I get a notification of it being read. Then I'll know it actually went through or not.
Oh wait, no, that's wrong. I've got that wrong.
Raptor says you can show your Halo Uber skills, Chevy. Yeah, Shelby. Nah, I am bad at Halo, but it's a lot of fun. Oh, Amy says she was able to get a message through to him. She was very excited.
Okay. So the fan that's on the bottom here, cable is running up through the back. So I'm gonna take up the slack of this. Try to rein this in just a scotch. Play along.
Oh, Amy's playing with Jerv. Says that Logan's enjoying Jerv's blizzard as we speak.
Oh, jeez. Stop. Zip time.
Heifer. Oh. Really doing a lot of your cable management the first go through time.
Well, I'd like to, because I'm not going to have a chance to fix it later without tearing this thing all apart.
True. Very true.
Ooh, nice. Good clip. Great clip, some might say.
That's pretty fair.
Okay. So, I've got that fan run. Now, I need to plug in these two 4-pin headers. Okay. So I've got...
Amy says the front doesn't look pink on the bottom camera. It's
yeah.
red.
It's red. The color is off on that camera real bad. See how like this table is white here and it's pine colored.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wood colored.
So
Rapture's giving you shit. You're a masochist for the one to build inside this.
oh yeah, it's not easy, not by a long shot.
Jeff is asking, how close is the PC to being done?
So I'm running a few cables. We're actually down to the home stretch. I'd say once I get this cable in, there's actually not much left. This is just the part that takes the longest. So I'm gonna bind up these. Because it's like the most trial and error. It's like, tie this together. Now does it reach that plug? Nope. And then untie it and then try it again. Nope, still doesn't fit. Twist tie this so that I can undo it.
Good thinking.
Jerf says, "Do you guys want to play my D&D game?" I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. You
Oh, we have no idea about anything with D&D.
you are talking to the wrong ones to get excited about D&D.
Just to know anything about D&D, not at all. I have not a clue. That would have to be something Brandon would have to teach me. Because he is probably the only person that would have the patience to help me.
A 1-to-1 campaign. I don't know what that means.
Turns?
If it's too long, try with Loon around. So yeah, I used to do that, but these housings don't really have the things for them to sit in. The stock fans too, they have a little like dip where you can sit things in, but I just know that's gonna slide off there, and I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna eat up all the length in these like flat binds, because there's enough cable on this splitter that'll get me where I need to be. Okay. Let's see.
What hole does that have to go through? Or go to?
What's
All
that?
in the back?
No, I just gonna go. Ah. This is going to go into chassis fan 1/water pump. I will configure it for chassis fan usage. So this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, which is why these guards are here. Because this stuff, there's enough slack on this that it'll get jammed into those fan blades, and that's game over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's turn this way. Just to push up. So it's gonna kind of go like that, and I feel a little bit of resistance, but that's just the PSU cables, so I'm not the slightest bit bothered by that. So there's a housing right here that will hold this 240 rad, the radulator. Realize I'm entirely off camera unscrewing these screws.
Yeah. Raptor is telling me that you need two 10K RPM fans. They will do 10 amps each. Amps.
So I was actually looking, going back to the Noctua discussion, I was looking at the IPPC Noctua fans, because they are rated for 3,000 RPMs, but they are absolute screamers. So I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, you don't need this to run loud, or louder than it's already going to be.
So yeah, that's actually why I'm putting the number of fans on it that I am, is that hopefully they will run at a low speed and not have to get all wound up. Where are my fine screws? There we go, that'll work. Nope, no. Big enough heads. What screws am I supposed to use for this? These?
Raptor says, come on, 10K will only do 90 decibels.
Sound like an RX-7 screaming by.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that one. and not this one. These threads are slim. Yeah, that just sinks in.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do something that I've not done before to make Clayton.
I can't. You're breaking up. What?
I said I'm gonna have to do something that I've never done before that may make Clayton mad.
What's that?
I am gonna have to leave you guys early tonight.
You want to bed?
I am about to pass out because I drove 8 hours yesterday.
Oh, that's true. I
Got
didn't think of
in
that.
at about 1 o'clock and then was up at 7 o'clock.
That's fine.
So, I yeah, people need to go. People woke up really easily at 6 a.m. Yeah, but I love you, Clayton.
I love you too.
If you want to call me whenever you wrap and say goodnight, to me alone, not on stream, please. Thank you. I will wake up and say goodnight.
Okay.
Okay, but everyone else, I will see you guys next week.
Good night, baby.
Night.
Alright. So, what screws am I meant to use in this thing? Oh, that makes sense. It's not those screws. These, because I'm screwing into the cooler, which is made by Cooler Master, not this. Got it. That fit? Yep, there we go. So grab about 8 of these things. Oh. Don't fall in there. Not supposed to go in there yet. Okay. These. I wonder if I should be. I really don't have room to be putting washers on these, but they're like just barely grabbing the lips of this flange. Not anymore. Like it's like a millimeter away from slipping through there, but I don't think it's going to. Have washers? Washers are down here somewhere. Let's take a quick look. That's alright. They'll hold. Do what they need to. They are. They're generous pass-throughs. Like, I'm glad that I'm seating 8 screws into it, so like, it has plenty to grab onto. Yeah, I guess that'll be fine. It's more if it shifts too far down, then the top isn't gripping at all. Dang it, now that bothers me. I gotta find those washers. I know I saw some. Just washers. Right? Crazy. Alright, give me a second. Usually you're scraping yeah, that's the thing that I don't want. I don't want to be like fighting to get 3 threads deep and this thing be on the verge of stripping itself out. Alright, let's have a looky. There, those are standoffs. Then there. What else would it be in? Oh wait. There's another box, another white box. Where's the other white box? Oh. Nope. That's just an ATX bracket mount. What's the bag by the top right of the case? There's a bunch of screws. Those look like CPU backing mount, but no washers. Those have like an unthreaded area, so those won't flush, screw in flush. Be like, there's the area of the threads, and then there's that unthreaded area. Those won't sit flush. Can't use those. I was pretty sure I saw some pictures. Nothing. Those are rubber grommets. Hard drive mounts. If I were a bag of washers. Maybe I'm just losing it. And there were no washers in this freaking kit. Alright, let me look through this bag once more. Those are fan mount screws. Those are standoff screws. Are fine threads, which I can't use fine threads. Yeah, there's nothing in here that will help me at the moment. So I guess it's just more of these. I mean, I'll just have to be careful about how I lock it in to make sure that everything has a grip on the lip. Okay. Here's the part. I need like 4 hands. I have to push this hose down to give me more slack to mount it more forward, because you'll see how it's like not meeting up there. I have to push these. The whole radiator will slide back this way to grant some slack as well. And eyeballing it, no, I don't think that fan would fit anyways. So, not too upset about that. Push it to the, there's 2 sets of mounting screws. There's like a higher one and a lower one. I'm going to use the lower one just to give these hoses a little bit more of a relaxed angle. Okay. One thing. Slack on this CPU power cable that I can press it with the I almost said intercooler. radiator tubing. It's not an intercooler. Let's see. What's the angle that these are hit? Okay. Like that at all. Okay, so I need to snip this out of the way because that's like. Push that down, which makes room. Those, I think. A little bit of resistance on this side. What am I hitting there? A little bit of pressure. Push that in. That's because this tube. So let me kind of soft set these screws. Mess around with it while it's holding itself in place. That is. Peace. Oop. And then one of these on the back, right? Yes. Starting to come together. Would it be better to have the tubes on the other side so they're not right up against the PSU? What do you mean, like on this end? I would have to like spiral them around, and there's just not enough room with that water block. This is realistically the only way to eat up all that distance, and it's not the best, but it is like the only way. I tried that during the test fit, and there's too much mileage of that tubing. Okay, so push those cables down. Okay, that relaxes it a lot of it. So I think those cables, like my flat cables, were pushing up against the tubes like that, so I just laid them on top like that. Oh yeah, it's super soft tubing. That's actually one of my favorite things about this kit, is how pliable the tubing is. So this is making a pretty sharp turn, but there's no strain on it. Leave this under here in order to kind of, sort of, manage those cables. There we go. That ain't bad. Here it kind of looked like it was being crimped into a corner. Yeah. I mean, it's got, like, you can kind of see it's taking like a, if you look straight down at it, it looks like, yeah, it's taking a direct 90, but if you look at it more, it's coming up and over. So yeah, it's kind of like swooping up like that, not just going gunk. Okay. Okay, there's some pretty good slack on that. There's not too much pressure on anything. This fan is blocked just a little bit, but the majority of that fan is exposed. I'm gonna say like like 80% of that fan is still exposed to airflow, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so these should press flat. There's a little bit of a bounce to that one. Get better on that one. Like it's pressing, it is a little bit over the ceiling of it, but the mesh will press it flat. I also could try to straighten this one a bit. I don't want to do that. That weird bend in it. I'm not just unplugging every cable I've weaseled around this. I wonder, like you were saying, Raptor, I wonder if there's a way I could use my fans to zip tie these tubes down like that, because I do have those two bolts right there. So let me see if I have a zip tie that will... Push this back. I'm trying to use these two bolts as like rails to pin this down. That's what I'm noodling right now. I'm thinking if I curve this a little bit, I can dig it around that bolt. Use that to pin that. Okay, so that do that at all. Just a little twist tie right there. Screw just came out. I get for soft fitting it. Firm fitted. Okay. I could just tie that one down. Just the one. The other one's perfectly fine. It's not under the least stress. This is not the way this thing wants to work. So I basically shoot, let go. I have two zip ties making a 90-degree rotation. So like the one around the tube is going this way. Is there another flashlight? Isn't really another light. So yeah, there's one around this tube. You can see that one, and then there's two bolts. So I've got one going around here, and then I've got another one going around there that is tying that tube to it. So it's like a chain link, to where one link is going through the bolts and the other one is going around the tube. And then I'm just going to tighten them both, and that will kind of shrink it up. Moving your head. Okay, so now that I've gotten that locked in, tighten this zip tie, kind of ratchet it down to place. Let's see if this camera will illustrate at all. So, you can kind of see those two bolts, and there's one zip tie around one, and then the zip tie around the tube that is like pulling it into that chain link around the bolts. And then if I look across the top, it is not protruding. So, that's good. Glad I have that other camera that I can weasel around. Now we that, just like that, and I'm happy with that. I'm so happy with that. Okay, so now I just need to center these screws. You know what? Hold on, I want to see if there's enough room for this frickin' fan. Just gonna kind of eyeball it. No, there wouldn't be. Just barely. The fans clear it, but the actual radiator doesn't. Oh man. Oh well. Well, I got a 90 mil fan. Okay, so let's turn that. Gonna put these to get them out of the way of the video card. Is there not? I just bind them up like that, and then let them hang out. Yes. Hurting anything? Best thing I've ever done is take a bunch of zip ties and tie them together with a zip tie. We had a 90 mil fan that we repurposed to take the heat out of the back of our entertainment center because the PS3 would get out. That's clever. I like that. Yeah, I started doing that with zip ties because I would reach into the bag and would either grab like way too many, or I wouldn't be able to grab just one, or it'd be facing the wrong way. So with this one, I can tell which way they're facing, so I can grab them by the tail. Just makes it a lot easier. Sure, that's as old new people, but sure helps me. Okay. So this will... Gonna take this... that-ish. Yeah. So... what am I? 6 pin? 8 pin. 6 pin. Facing that way. Re-rotate. Alright. Just crimped that with my teeth. One. Get in there. Okay, there we go. Video card. No, let's snip Snip this cable. Okay. Then 4 screws. 4 screws. I see 3. Fourth. But I grabbed it for something else. Okay. I had just a moment of a panic attack that like lasted like a fraction of a second. I was like, did I put the thermal compound on? And then I remember the whole discussion we had about it. Go ahead and put that down as well. Come on, get in there. God, that is threading through some stiff cables. But that cable's not going to flick around anymore. Okay. Two cables that are like passing over each other. What would be greater is if we talked about it, but you still forgot to put ice. We're talking about PC Building Simulator. That's the part that I forgot the most in thermal compound. Okay. Tuck that under there. Hold itself. Okay. To actually lock in this cooler. Oh, let's do that now. Screws centered. Stresses. It's like there's this side wiggles all around all over the place. There's no stress on. The only stress is on the far end, and it looks like it wants to be farther this way and up. So I'm gonna pin it kind of west. Which is good, because it'll put most of these screws on a corner, to give it a lot of biting surface. So, cool with that. this side up.
Burning bridges to the ground. So take away what's left of me. Blinded by the one
This is like my favorite screwdriver, but it is just barely too small for the heads of these screws. But this is my best magnetic screwdriver. Got a filter on those. Guards on these. Plugged in. Snip these cables. This one still has yet to be tightened. This one, no, that one's tight. Okay. I think that's a computer. So. Got to CI keeper on. Sure there's a better name for that. But I don't know what it is. PCI keeper it is. Not that one. Frickin' screw is it? Did I put it back in this bag? But I did. Yep, there it is. Storage, CPU, cooler, thermal compound, power supply, memory, video card. Power is plugged in and switched on. Getting any call. Headers are plugged in. All the fans are connected. Oh, I gotta finish this housing. Lock in. Time to pull the lever, Kronk. You know what? Another screw. Where are all these screws going? Where am I losing my screws? Oh, I'm not. There they are. Alright. Those are locked in. Not that heavy. It's pretty light. I know these are exhaust fans, but I still want the windscreen on. No, that's just gonna trap in dust. Why would I? I guess I'll take. Or I can go right side. Must be left side. Yep, that fits on there, no problem. It even has like a little bit of a dip to it, so it's not being like bulged out. Happy with that. Ah, there's a PC. There we go. Like settled in place. Happy with that. Okay. Get some cables out of the way. Video card's all the way down there, so I hope this cable reaches. So this case is 2 liters bigger than the node. Yeah, and the node is the size of a PS4. Okay, so that's HDMI. Actually, block this. Narration. Okay. Right. So, alright, I hit the button and I feel vibration in there. Funny, it's kind of doing laps and around the. Okay, cool. So that is it coming up. I was worried there for a second. It's kind of. I'll shut it down here in a second and I'll show you. It's so you know the. You know the 2 cables, like the 2 main cooling pipes? They go across like that, and in order to just eat up the length, I just coiled the PSU cable around it, just to eat up the space. So, here. Type in a password. Any. Put it on first. Plug in the wrong thing. Size of it and saw the picture that had the cable running along the top of the right. Yeah, I would have preferred to do that. But there. 602. Gotta take my other PC. Mouse. Hey, there's a mouse. Yeah, dude. Take this off screen. Out of range. Closer. I was all set to hack the planet. Okay. Go. It's breaking my brain because the mouse that this mouse usually controls that monitor, and now it's running that one. Like my brain can't figure that out. I keep looking at this screen expecting the mouse to move, and it doesn't. Well, it does in the capture, but like messing with me so bad. I didn't realize how like thick my muscle memory. Okay, so look at temps. There it is. 35. Why is this messing with me? Right? I'm not wrong, right? There's a per creature. Oh, thank you. Nice keyboard and mouse. I I thought that. A wattage. Oh no. Driving me in. Oh, that's right. I don't have. Oh well. That, that's bugging me. Uh, theme. There's the package temperature, yeah, which I'm used to seeing, but I'm used to spring wattage. Change. Does have the internet. Currently broadcasting. Barely out of range. Tim. Oh, I wonder if it's in. Good point. Got me there. This one? Yeah. Okay, so there's Intel system, broadcast machine. There is package temp, and then core 0 through 5, X core. They're all temperature. They didn't see. That's fine. If it's 37 degrees, I'm not worried about it, but weird that clock. 39. Fans are definitely kicking in. That up to 61. Okay. 1700 square. That's not bad. I think I got it up into... Yeah, I think that was mine. I got it up into 1900s, but super unstable because the cool wasn't cutting it. So I dial it back down to the 1700s. Cool. What's the clock speed on this? I think I have it set to 3.9. It is at... I was messing around with the clock speeds a lot. Yeah, it was just at... I think what I finally rested on was 4.15 is where I could get it the most stable, I think. 415. It's baffling me because I know it was there. Driving me insane. It's on my other computer, and it was there earlier today on this one. Or not early today, but yesterday on this one. So it's driving me insane. Alright. It... Steam. It also says it's 6:40 in the afternoon. I don't think that's correct. No, I don't even know what I have installed on this offline. Oh, good. I didn't. Yeah. Loading GTA. Be able to play online, but mouse. Offline mode. On? Connection. Alright, well. Again. The Wi-Fi. Why is it? Oh my god. It couldn't install the drivers for my trackball because it didn't have an internet connection. That's why the trackball didn't work. It was plugged in, but it couldn't pull the drivers off the internet, so I couldn't use my mouse, essentially. Couldn't figure out some default generic drivers for a trackball. Oh, goodness. Yeah, kind of. Go in. Not being able to get internet drivers without the... Yeah, dude, that is my least favorite thing of every single PC build. It's just like, Okay. Um, we've assembled all of the hardware. So now when we turn this thing on, the uphill battle. Die? Camera just die? What happened to that? Oh yeah, that battery is straight up dead. Alright, well. Oh god. No, it says there's actually. Love the update game. I win every time. So yeah, like it's the least favorite part of every build. And like if I can get an Ethernet driver, I'm like 70% of the way there, because I can I can get a wireless thing, and usually with the proper network card install comes like audio drivers, and then like you pull the chipset driver and that gets like another 40% of the way there. Okay, while this is updating, clean up a bit. Mess around here. So, start to get going to off. I'm going to steal all these zip ties. Worry about that later. Fine. All these, what brand is that? Corsair. Fan mounting screw. Except I couldn't do that because my school is dumb and disconnected the Ethernet to the building. God. Not all of screw here. Separate bag for those. These are all fan mount screws that I'm putting in this one. Man, those are some tiny freaking screws. Like, can't show you there because that's done. Like, they're like the size of a grain of rice. Drop those on a colorful carpet, you'll never see them again. The dorm is an old hotel and has Ethernet in the room, but they disconnected it because Wi-Fi is so reliable. Ethanol based. Grain of rice. Okay. Those screws. This is completely oh. That's an bag, so that's trash. We'll go in. Shoot, that box. Dang it. This whole time. Do it. Got sloppy right at the end. Rip the box. Brian Shane. Time for me to hand him a gun and my badge. find these. Just all screws. And spare screw that are still intended for the case. I just didn't end up using them because they're for a brace that I didn't end up using. The drive cage where you can 2.5s. I don't use mechanical or 2-inch drives. I got no use for that. See? Perfect example. That's one of those screws. It's a black screw on a white desk. That tiny little thing. It's now ready to play. I won't be able to hear the game audio either. So, no game audio, but that's fine. Okay, so overall, pretty happy. I would have liked to have gotten the 2 fans in the bottom, just for additional airflow. But I can feel I can feel cool air coming out the top of the case. So I'm really happy about that. Feel a little bit of air. Feel air coming out of the this. And yeah, I can definitely air coming out of the radiator. So happy about that. Air filter on the bottom. No, but I may. Even though there's not a fan there, I may just kind of put it there because that is a place for air to come in. So yeah, reminding me of that, I'll do that. That's easy. Make an event of that. I'm surprised I didn't need, well, I couldn't mount the 90 degree, or the 90 mil and the other 120. Need for these. Whatever. At least I have it. I haven't been afforded $250,000. That one fan may make some pressure and could pull dust. Yeah, just with the like accompanying air next to it. Create a it'll create like a channel that will draw in other air. Yep, you are correct. Does need to be a filter on it. I wish they had made more places on the case magnetic, because the only thing that is magnetic is the rail for the radiator. That's it. Because you can put fans on that, and if you intake filtered air. 2 gigs of memory. That's kind of... Aw. Not a thing. It used to just tab. Yeah. Tab for. Or if it's because I'm in. That menu. That's what I want. Like single player. Yeah, I was looking for the benchmark. It used to be when you go to graphics settings, you press tab and then it runs the benchmark. Am I wrong? Or can you only do that from the like front end? Good point. Good at Rupman. Yeah, F. That's weird that you can't run a benchmark while in a vehicle. So many specific settings. Performing what action? I run. Thank you. Create a restore. I don't create. Just. That was weird. Pickup as I'm pausing it. Not a... Not save? Just want to save the game. So, back to my house? Is it there? Oh, right. I do only have 2 gigs of memory. Because this is the old 960 card. Press E to save the game. I guess that's... Play in bed. Oh, right. I've never played on. That's why. I was like, why is it all this weird stuff? I'm using the mouse and keyboard that I usually play with, and my brain is convinced that that makes the computer the same. I'm really having trouble. Like, associating this mouse and keyboard with anything but that piece. Alright, so it stayed above 60 there. This one, once it swings around, it usually gets down into the 50s. Stayed up. Yeah, I was trying to keep from making a save. Yep, shows this. I'll be honest, this thing is impressing me. I thought I was gonna have way lower numbers with 2 gig 960 in there. Yes, CPU has something to do with GTA graphics upgrade above normal. Tells me I'm over. Yeah, I'll show you some stuff that may help you save some overhead. Realize that this is a screen that's telling me that it's 115 frames per second. It's going out over a stream that's probably locked at 30. So it's gotta be weird to look at something that says it's over 100 frames a second. There's like this absolute thing. Anything more than 40 frames a second. I think my mic was cutting out there. Oh, the wheels didn't even turn. I got a gain boost. Does that mean I'm super loud now? Not super loud, just louder. Okay. The compressor should take care of that. I want to see what happens when this explosion kicks in. Okay. Stayed in the 70s. I'm happy with that. Oh, I can immediately tell. As soon as that slid in, I could tell the VSync was turned off. That thing tore straight down the center. Alright. I want to see if I can... Yeah, there's some tearing there in the middle. Don't know if that comes across when it's captured at 30. Might be able to see that tearing. Oh, it's the worst there. You can see the trees get cut in half and the light poles. Oh, yeah, you can see it. It cuts him. I mean, I'm fine with that. So, we just turn on VSync, because I'm perfectly happy with VSync. Hey, look, the trees don't get cut in half. Unless they do on the capture. Doesn't look like they do. What else? Oh, so about the settings. So if you go to advanced, these extended shadows, and you can turn off high detail, and that'll make the game run a million times better when you're in a plane. As for graphics, anti-aliasing I always turn off, because that seems to have the biggest effect. I lost it. Selection MSAA, and there was another one. Okay. Yeah. Any aliasing, I turn that off. If your post effects are set super high, I would turn them down. That's the thing you'll probably notice the least. Brucey keeps calling me. Nope, still can't drive on a keyboard. Okay, well that there's a computer, if I ever seen one. Take a few minutes after stream to clean up all of the boxes that I've left open and my million zip tie tails. Cool. Well, that's a stream. 3 hours 45 minutes to build a PC. Casually, no rush. All right. I think it might just be me and you here, Quentin, but I'm gonna do the spiel anyways. That's gonna do it for us here at Carpe Boredom. So thank you very much to anyone and everyone for watching. Whether you are studying. Whether you are studying, working, sleeping, or lurking, we appreciate you having us on in the background. Special thanks to those in the chat for keeping me company, and Shelby when she was here. I appreciate your time. To any new viewers, welcome, and if you like what you see, the follow is free, just like your monthly complimentary Twitch Prime subscription. And speaking of subscriptions, we got us 2 YouTube channels you can subscribe to. One for our edited gameplay videos that go up every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. The other for the nightly broadcast 24 hours after it ends. We also have a Snapchat and an Instagram for more behind-the-scenes content, as well as a Discord where you can meet up and hang out with the other board members of our community, and a Facebook where you can tell your grandma about us. I know it's a lot to keep track of, so I'll make it easy for you. Follow us on Twitter, where you can get our daily and weekly updates, and hit the website, carpeboredom.com, for our platform channel links. And while you're there, check out the store, pick up the softest shirt we've ever sold. Nothing tomorrow. It's Sunday, and then it's Monday. And if you don't work on Monday, enjoy your long weekend. I know I'm gonna. I'm gonna be editing on this new. It's not a new PC, but it's whatever. Yeah, it's a new PC. But I'll be editing Monday's video. Which I believe is a podcast. Enjoy the hurricane. So yeah, we'll have a podcast ready for you Monday at 10 a.m. So until then, oh wait, are there anyone to stream or anyone to raid? I doubt any of our friends are up at. Well, it's only midnight. I feel like I've been going for like 4 hours. Hold on, let's see who's doing. Brian's not on. Game Attack's not on. Folks playing World of Warcraft. No on your end. Let's see. You know what? It's just me and you, Quentin. I almost called you Logan. So I'm gonna let you get to bed. You can watch whatever you feel like. Watch some of our content if you feel like. Head over to that YouTube channel and watch to your heart's content. Oh my God, there's so many screws around here. I just looked and saw another pile over there. All right. So that's gonna do it, and we will see you Tuesday at 9:30. I actually have been watching some of the VODs. Yeah, it wasn't. I won't say anything. Or rewatching. Yeah, I watched some of our stuff as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Man, I really don't know how to close out this thing after being live for almost 4 hours. All right, you know what? Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Monday. Get one off. Brief moment to recognize the lives lost in today's shooting over in Odessa, where there was a shooting where 20 people were injured and 5 people were killed. It's 24-hour streams. You can't. Yeah, because I don't know how to sign off. Pretty messed up. So just try to stay safe out there, and all the best survivors and the families of those affected. And that's all I know how to say because I don't deal with that well. Hey, take care of yourself. Enjoy your Monday. And I will see you, well, one of us will see you Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern, and we will play some more video games. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Bye, Quentin.